Advisors, they have to know everything, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, we were already putting a lot of pressure on them nowadays to become experts at like retirement healthcare spending and stuff like that. And now this is just a completely new topic that they need to at least have an elevator conversation about to give clients the sense that whether they agree with the strategy or not, they're at least up to speed with what's going on, and certainly haven't been ignoring a lot of the buzz about it. But I think it's okay to have a very well articulated thesis about what you think about it and why not, or here's what I need to see. Here's what I would need to see, or here's we hear a lot about education levels, like what are firms doing to introduce education programs for advisors. So here's what I need to see in order to make that okay, so that investors at least have a better sense of what their advisors are thinking about, all of those things. And I think there's so many interesting topics. We talk about correlation with other asset classes. That's a big positive in a lot of people's minds about crypto, is that it doesn't necessarily correlate as well with other asset classes, so you're not as prone to the dips of the aggregate market as you might be. Inflation hedging, inflation's a big topic that we talk about a lot now. So I think all of those things are really good to ask an expert.
Those are big takeaways. I like that. So it's how do you educate the client better on alternative investments such as crypto? How do you acknowledge their desire to invest in alternatives such as Air Jordans? How do you educate yourself? Mm-hmm. Because you're going to find out that if a client feels that they know something better than you, that's actually a driving force to them leaving you.
Sure.
Because they don't feel that you are becoming the expert that you ought to be. So it's education at the client level, at the advisor level, right? And then also being respectful of these alternative investments, because they're here to stay. And it's not just the millennial and the Gen Z. Like, alternative investments are a thing in perpetuity. People look at gold very differently nowadays, look at silver very differently, they look at bonds very differently. It's here to stay, so we need to really get up to speed quickly on the importance of alternative investments, how they're modeled in your portfolio, right? And then, of course, being respectful to that desire to invest in things other than equities and, say, bonds or gold.